So the zombie apocalypse has started. One minute you're scrolling through your phone, the next minute your neighbor is trying to eat your face. The truth is, most people won't make it past the first week. Panic, chaos, bad decisions, it all piles up fast. But if you want to survive, not just the outbreak, not just the first wave, but the entire first year, you're going to need a plan. So in this video, I'm breaking it down month by month with survival strategies that will keep you alive when the world falls apart. Let's get started. Month 1. Shock and Survival. The first month is absolute chaos. This is when cities collapse, the military gets overwhelmed, and most of the population either turns into zombies or victims. Your priority? Get out of the cities. They're filled with panic, gunfire, car crashes, and of course zombies. Even if you're armed, it's a death trap. You need somewhere small, out of the way, and defensible. Think rural houses, cabins, or even something temporary like an abandoned warehouse on the edge of town. Next, water. While the taps are still working, fill everything. Bathtubs, sinks, bottles, buckets, anything that can hold water. Trust me, in a week, you wish you had more. When scavenging, don't make rookie mistakes. Forget the mall, forget the jewelry store. You want canned food, dried food, first aid kits, batteries, lighters, knives, duct tape, and sturdy clothing. Tools over toys always. And whatever you do, don't make noise. Most early survivors die not because they were bitten, but because they drew attention to themselves. Stay quiet, stay alert, and stay alive. Month 2. Finding a base. By the second month, the initial wave of panic has passed. The weak have been picked off, the strong have scattered. Zombies are still everywhere, but the density is lower as they wander. This is the time to find your real home base. You need something you can defend, something with a vantage point, and ideally access to natural resources. A farmhouse with a well, a cabin by a lake, or even a rooftop with limited stair access. Reinforce it. Barricade doors and windows with boards, furniture, or scrap metal. Create choke points, areas where zombies can only come at you one or two at a time. If you're in a group, you need to get organized. Set up a rotation schedule. Someone always on watch, someone cooking or rationing, someone repairing gear. And yeah, rationing starts now. If you eat like it's a normal day, you'll run out fast. Pretend every can of beans is the last one you'll see this year, because it just might be. Month 3. Strategic Scavenging. By month 3, supplies in obvious places are running thin. That means you've got to get smart about where you scavenge. Pharmacies are gold. Antibiotics, painkillers, disinfectants. A single bottle of antibiotics could be the difference between life and death if you get an infection. Hardware stores? Even better. Axes, hammers, nails, tarps. You'll need all of that to build and repair. And don't forget the most underrated resource: books. Libraries and schools have survival manuals, farming guides, medical textbooks. In a world without Google, knowledge is power. This is also the month to start thinking long-term. Collect seeds, gardening supplies, and tools. Food you grow yourself will eventually replace food you scavenge. Remember, the shelves will not magically restock. If you don't adapt, you starve. And finally, stay mobile if you need to. Just because you found a base doesn't mean it's safe forever. If it gets compromised, don't cling to it. Pack, move, survive. Month 4. Building Systems. This is when survival turns into lifestyle. You're not just hiding from zombies anymore, you're building a system to outlast them. Start farming. Potatoes, beans, corn. They grow in most climates and give a lot of calories for the effort. Even if you can't farm yet, gather edible plants and learn how to identify them. Mushrooms, berries, roots. Some are food, some are poison. Learn the difference now or regret it later. Water collection is essential. Rig up barrels, buckets, or tarps to catch rainwater, and always purify it. A simple boil will save you from dysentery, which could kill you faster than a zombie bite. And fuel is another priority. Collect firewood while it's warm, because when winter comes, everyone is going to be desperate for it. If you're lucky enough to find gas or propane, ration it. A lighter is worth more than gold in the apocalypse. Month 5. Group Dynamics. By now, the real danger might not be the undead, it's other survivors. If you're in a group, people are tired, hungry, paranoid, arguments start, fights break out. Set roles and rules. Make sure everyone knows their responsibilities. Who cooks, who guards, who repairs, who scouts. If someone isn't pulling their weight, they become a liability. But here's the thing, don't trust blindly. Desperation makes people dangerous. Someone might betray you for food or try to take over your supplies. Always have a plan to defend yourself, even against your own group. It sounds harsh, but in the apocalypse, trust is fragile. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Month 6. The long haul. 6 months in, it's summer. Days are long, scavenging is easier and food is more plentiful. But don't get comfortable, this is the time to prepare. Preserve everything you can. Salt meat, dry fruit, smoke fish. Build stronger defenses around your base. Sharpen stakes, fences, noise traps like cans on strings. Zombies may not be smart, but numbers are their weapon. You need barriers that slow them down. And make escape plans always. Pack a go bag with essentials. Food, water, knife, lighter, medical kit. Hide a few stashes outside your base, maybe in the woods, maybe in a nearby building. If your base gets overrun, those hidden supplies will save your life. Month 7. Summer heat. Summer's not just hot, it's deadly. Dehydration becomes your biggest enemy. Always carry water, even if it slows you down. Disease spreads like wildfire in the heat. Rotting corpses, bad water, insects, they'll weaken you faster than a zombie bite. Keep your camp clean, burn trash away from your shelter, and bury waste far from your water supply. The last thing you want to do is survive the zombies just to suffocate in your own shelter. Month 8. Preparing for winter. This is where smart survivors separate from the dead. Winter is coming, and if you don't prepare, you won't last. Stockpile food. Hunt or trap animals while you still can. Dry the meat, smoke it, and store it. Gather blankets, clothes, and insulation. Anything you can use to keep warm. Even newspapers stuffed into clothes can keep heat in. Repair your shelter. Block drafts with boards, cloth, or plastic. Reinforce the roof if it leaks. Cold will drain you just as fast as hunger, and zombies don't freeze the same way you do. If you think surviving the undead is tough, try doing it while shivering in the snow. Month 9. Scouting season. By now, resources close to your base are running low. That means you'll need to scout further. Make maps, mark safe zones, water sources, danger areas, and abandoned buildings. If you need to flee, that map could be the difference between escape and walking into a zombie horde. And pay attention to people too. By now, most survivors left are either hardened or desperate. Some might trade, others might attack. Treat every encounter cautiously. And never underestimate books, farming, carpentry, mechanics, medicine. All of it is survival knowledge. Think of it as leveling up your skills. You're building not just for survival, but for rebuilding. Month 10. Winter hits. And now, the cold arrives. Zombies slow down in freezing weather, but don't get cocky. You're slower too, and moving through snow is exhausting and loud. Stay indoors as much as possible. Ration your supplies carefully. Food and calories are everything when your body's burning energy to stay warm. Layer your clothes, keep moving, and sleep in piles if you're in a group. Body heat is a lifesaver. And most importantly, stay warm, stay fed, stay cautious. The winter is merciless. Month 11. The hardest days. This is the true test. Supplies are low, morale is low, and the world outside is a frozen graveyard. Cabin fever sets in. People argue. Some give up entirely. Keep a routine. Do exercises, chores, training. Keep your mind occupied. If you sit in silence too long, paranoia and despair creep in. And be careful with fire. Ventilate if you're burning wood indoors or you'll kill yourself with smoke or carbon monoxide. The last thing you want to do is survive the zombies just to suffocate in your own shelter. Month 12. Survival and reflection. You made it. 1 full year. You're now one of the toughest survivors left alive. Spring is coming. That means new plants, more animals, easier travel, and more opportunities. But don't get cocky. The second year will have its own challenges. Rival groups, dwindling resources, smarter zombies maybe. The lesson is, survival isn't about strength, it's about adaptation. The apocalypse isn't just about fighting the dead, it's about enduring the living world that's left behind. So that's your month-by-month survival guide to the first year of the zombie apocalypse. Most people won't make it past day 7, but you've got the knowledge to push through 12 brutal months. Now I've got to ask, what would your day 1 strategy be? Would you stay in the city and fight, or head for the hills? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more survival breakdowns. Until next time, stay alive out there.